It's 6:17 and time now for What's Trending. Well, your wedding day, it's filled with nerves, excitement. Do you have the rings? Is the seating chart in order? All of those questions. The list can go on. But for this couple, those factors didn't matter that much. Jeremy and Jessica Van Wolven recently got married, and in order to get to the wedding site at the base of Nick Glacier, the two hopped out of a perfectly good plane, and that moment felt like a memory to them. This was special to the two because it was actually how they met. Once on the ground, there was still a lot of work to do. Jeremy set up the arch and flowers for the ceremony, and after Jessica changed her dress, or she changed into her dress, and her father surprised her, which was amazingly sweet. And after all the I-dos, there was even a later trash the dress moment in the Russian River. And I think, you know what, this is a way to go. I don't know my future as far as marriage goes, but if I do get married one day, I would totally love to do something spontaneous like this. And then maybe, have something after to involve the family. But, I feel like there's so much pressure when it comes to marriage. You got to have the best wedding. It's a whole fairy tale, but they just did something special to them.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I probably would be screaming in terror if I was jumping out of an airplane like that. I've never went skydiving. I wouldn't skydive. I've never gone skydiving a day in my life.
I haven't either, but I would love to do it.
That would be very cool, though. And yeah, wedding. There's a lot of stress going through. I actually get to attend a wedding next month, and yeah, there's a lot of stress that goes into it. And yeah, I mean, with all the organization, like what is it, the food, the photography, who to invite. That's why it takes years to plan for these things, because you just want to make sure you have it all organized. And if something silly goes wrong, and I say silly because sometimes things go wrong, sometimes you roll with it. Sometimes the part going wrong might be the most memorable thing you have in a good way. So you never know. So really kind of interesting to see how that's really creative. Though I'm like out of words this morning. It's just so cool to see people jumping out of an airplane to get married. Yeah, well, I know, if somebody gets married, usually like to make a toast or maybe even have a glass of whiskey. Yeah, definitely. So Food and Wine magazine reports that a bottle of whiskey, possibly 250 years old, has sold for $137,000. What? The publication also says the bottle was once owned by legendary American financier J.P. Morgan, and according to Skinner Auctioneers, the bourbon is the oldest known whiskey in existence. The front of the old whiskey bottle indicates it's from Evans and Ragland in LaGrange, Georgia. The back features a tight note taped to the glass that reads, quote, "This bourbon was probably made prior to 1865. I like how it said probably there. Right? That is hilarious. I love how there's like that uncertainty, but that also is the part that makes it historic and, a little mysterious. You want to do research, see where it was, but that is a lot of money for some whiskey. Yeah, no kidding, right? I mean, yeah, I think, what is it, whiskey, wine? Yeah, I think it's whiskey. It's just crazy. Yeah, with 250 years old. Really, I mean, it's just amazing how old it is. It's like, oh, hey, I'll pay a lot of money for that, and hopefully no one's crazy enough to drink that. I wouldn't drink it. You wouldn't? No. Oh, I would definitely 230 years old. That's like 2 lifetimes already, maybe more. That makes it even better, though, I think. But it would probably be a pungent taste, but I would definitely try it. You got to try it after all that money. Got to do that. I mean, you have to be really a daredevil to really try it. I don't know. Would anyone out in the Northwoods try it? Oh, I'm sure. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah, why not? Well, speaking of, just a little something that is different, an escaped exotic animal is back in captivity after zoo officials say it was part of a jailbreak involving another animal accomplice. A large exotic cat is back safe at a North Carolina animal park after escaping from its pen with what officials say was help from an unlikely accomplice, which was a pig. The large African cat called a serval was spotted walking near a highway, and the local zoo owner was notified and quickly tracked the serval named Spartacus to a nearby house. They were using raw meat to lure the cat to safety. That is really interesting there. First of all, I really love the name Spartacus. I think that's really cute. But secondly, wow, I mean, I would feel like the cat would probably eat the pig. It wouldn't say, hey, help me out, but maybe the pig felt sorry. Maybe they were like, hey, get out of here while you can or something. It's like, go explore the world for a little bit. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the video there. I mean, that cat was... Yeah, I mean, you look at the video there, and it really makes you. It's hissing and everything. It's like,
Yeah, I wanted to get out. There's something about servals this week, Devin. This is what I think, or maybe the past week, our second story on servals just kind of breaking out. I think the other story was when one serval was in a house, a woman's house and everything.
Yeah, it was near a house. So yeah,
something going on.
Yeah, something going on there. So that's not a good reputation going on for that little creature right now. I mean, we can see that they can be a little. I want to use the word ferocious, but thankfully it didn't cause any ferocious trouble. Right. But other than just maybe some headaches while they were trying to get that animal back to its home.
Yeah, so yeah, that was really interesting there.
Yeah, really interesting.